I'm out of cat food, which means a trip to the grocery store, which means a trip to the thrift shop, and you're coming with me. Let's go!
There's an old curiosity shop. Every once in a while I go by there for the fond recollections that lie there in that old curiosity shop.
Now, what you're looking at are photographs of the tower of the Nipper building. Well, it's actually known as the RCA building number 17, and it's been standing there since it was built, 1912, 1915, something like that, I think. And it's still a central landmark in Camden, New Jersey. The building now are condominiums, because as we know, RCA Victor is long gone. Now, when this building was built, it was the Victor Talking Machine Company, and later to merge with RCA, Radio Corporation of America, to become RCA Victor. Now, at one time, all four sides of the tower of this historic building in Camden featured a gigantic stained glass image of the RCA brand logo. Yes, that's Nipper listening to his master's voice. Originally created in the late 1890s as an oil painting entitled His Master's Voice, the logo shows the dog Nipper listening to an early example of the Victor talking machine. And even today it remains one of the world's most widely recognized commercial icons. All four sides of the tower originally had these huge stained glass windows in them, and I can tell you that what's in the tower now are facsimiles. The antique windows have all been removed. I used to know where all four of them were, not me personally, but you know, I keep up with this sort of thing. One of them is currently in the Camden County Historical Society on view, and you can see pictures of it here. I think during one of the dedications. Anyway, this gives you an idea of just how massive it is. But I will tell you that even when I go up on the roof of my current home here in Philadelphia, I can look across the river and I can actually see the facsimile of the glass all lit up. Yes, so it's all lit up, still shines on all four sides, and it's wonderful. And by the way, if you happen to own an antique Victor talking machine, Victrola, it was built at this factory. Yes, indeed, and so were many of the RCA radios. And the music you're listening to right now was actually recorded right here at the Victor Talking Machine Company in Camden, New Jersey. So how about that? Okay, let's get back to the driving.
Smile a little bit, smile. Smile away.
Well, there's a lot of beautiful glass here and many examples of depression glass and glass that's newer than that. We'll just slide through the aisle here and take a peek at what we see. Some of it I recognize and some of it is easy, such as this, which is usually called open lace. That's $5. I think it's sometimes also referred to as Old Colony. And this looks Depression era. Console bowl in amber glass. Oh, there's a dresser tray. I'm sorry, not a dresser tray, but a cold cream dresser jar without its lid. I just sold one of these in green. It could have had a celluloid lid. I don't think the amber is as popular with folks. Really nice. Look at the candle holder. $3.50. I have warmed up quite a bit to amber glass in my old age. Certain colors, not all of it, not all of it. For instance, I'm not really a fan of this style or this style, but personally, that's beautiful. And that is that one of those anchor hocking patterns? Serrano? Oh gosh. I don't remember. And now the green. Now, this green is looking very 1960s and 70s green, not 1930s green. You guys already know the 1930s green. And this is that anchor hocking stuff. I always get the pattern names confused. Not confused, but I just forget them. Because I don't collect it. I think that's that, maybe that Indiana glass that also comes in Carnival. These I think are anchor hocking as well. They were advertised as modern bowls, either Swedish or modern, and it would be a chip and dip set. Some of this is florist, for the florist trade. That's, of course, we know brand new. Alright, well, lots of avocado, so we're going to say no. And then there's the clear glass up here. Often overlooked, but I always go through it, especially here on the East Coast. The good old East Coast, because I sometimes find flint glass. Which can be very old and valuable. A little pressed piece with pineapples on it. See that? Are they pineapples? Yeah. All right, let's get the milk in. Get your calcium. Nothing terribly valuable or unusual, except this is kind of nice. Not this. Hold on. this piece. Now I have just spied a very old piece of Pyrex, and I'm wondering if you have spied it as well. I'll give you a pan. We're going to pan across all of the shelves here. Now think outside of the box. Don't be thinking 1950s, 60s, and 70s. Okay? Think much older than that. And how do you know it's Pyrex without even turning it upside down? Well, there's a couple of clues. Have you spied it yet? There it is. That piece right there. Now that's going to date to probably the 1930s. And one of the things that I've noticed with this old Pyrex is that it has a slight yellow tint to it. Do you see that? Where we look at this other glass and it's just completely clear. You see the little yellow tint? Or almost like ginger ale, I would say. Picture ginger ale. Isn't that what it kind of looks like? Now look at this knob on the top, or handle. It's a very specific shape, and that is very typical of the old Pyrex. Peel this back. And this disappears on the modern stuff. So you get used to seeing this on the old pieces. Also, the way Pyrex was marked, and I'm not sure that you'll see it through the tape, but there's a circle and the word Pyrex. That's the old mark. And it's also embossed on the lid. And this lid is also etched. It's etched in the same, almost the same pattern as the pie plate that I have currently for sale, that has the flashed on ruby color. You see the etching? And then the word Pyrex is right there. Okay? And this is $2.39. The lid and the casserole dish. Now, of course, as you know, this is not the popular stuff that all the butterprint collectors are clamoring for. It's pretty much overlooked by a lot of folks. What am I going to do with it? I'm probably going to buy it. There's not a lot of resale in it. But it would be nice for a Pyrex collector who maybe wants to expand their collection and add some earlier examples. So good condition, top and bottom, $2.39, and this is going to date to the Depression era. Okay, so that's nice. I might buy that. And then lots of just run-of-the-mill. You'll notice different patterns here that most of you are familiar with. And so I'm not going to go through and name a bunch of names. Some of it I know and some of it I don't. And some of it, you know, I run home and I look it up and I memorize it, and then 5 days later I have forgotten the name of the pattern. So, but nothing of any tremendous value. So we're going to keep shopping. Look at all that furniture. I like this. Oh, and look at this. Move this. You see this lamp over here? These sort of over-the-top lamps were really in style in the 1940s and 50s, and they're very tough sells today. They often have these brass bottoms like that. Let me zoom in on it. And they can be quite odd and very colorful, but it's really hard to sell these guys. And they're big. Well, I think you'll actually find that these are furniture caster coasters and not votive candle holders, but you could certainly use them for that. Most of the time these are made by Hazel Atlas, and they come in amber, green, and clear. I don't think I've seen them in any other colors, but yeah, those are definitely casters. Caster coasters. And any Depression-era house would not be complete without them. You remember them? I remember them in my great-grandparents' house when I was a kid, because all that old furniture had wheels under it, casters, and it would protect the floor and your carpets. He was murdered in somebody's dishwasher. Bless his heart. Hi, Piggy Pig. Okay.
Give me a little kiss. To lose, oh,